record? Sorry. Now I'm recording. Okay, so presentations. If you have not given a presentation yet, it is 30 points and you will get a 0 on this. We should be done with this book, way beyond done with this book. And I'm going to start, they're going to start calling home again for grades and missing assignments because we have 12 class days left. 12 for your class. So, which may seem like a lot for you, but it's not. Okay. I don't want to call your house and like go over everything that you guys are missing with your parents, but I will. So if things don't start to change for some of you, okay? So it's really important that you guys stay on track. And actually, one of you doesn't even have 12 days. One of you only has like 5. So we need to get stuff done, okay? So no more turning in blank assignments. People are turning in blank assignments. I don't understand why, because it just wastes your time and mine. So, but yes, I'm going to start making phone calls home about that stuff, guys. I want stuff done. All right. So Aaliyah is the only one that's ready for a presentation. So we'll go ahead and let her present. So tell us what section that you did and all that good stuff. So you can go ahead and go, and you can actually just unmute yourself and you can talk.
Okay, so I got the part where Monta goes to Mr. Black's house and like puts books in his house while he's on the run. So I said this relates to dehumanization because it shows how Montag basically leads Mr. and Mrs. Black to the same fate that he ended up going into for having books in his house. So basically, like throughout the entire book, he basically is like almost criticizing the government for like saying that books are bad, burning people's houses down, and he's like really confused about that. So I thought like it led to dehumanization because he's basically leading people that he worked with to the same fate that the government led him to. So yeah.
All right, awesome, good job. Yes, you can give her a round. You can clap. You can give her a round of applause. So does anyone have any questions? Any questions for Aaliyah on that one? I mean, considering that she did that all by herself and the rest of you guys got groups. So, all right, awesome. Good job, good job. I'll go ahead and put your grade in there. Done. All right. It's an easy 30 points, everybody. Easy 30 points that can help your grade. So, all right. So let's talk about what's coming up. I have posted on Classroom. Let me get over there. Oh my goodness, where? Okay, it needs to close. All right. So let me go over here to Classroom. Everyone can see my screen? Okay, fantastic. So, did I just see some chat? Oh no, I didn't. Okay. Okay, so today you have your vocab day 10, which is our vocab unit 10, day 5. And then you have your Fahrenheit 451 summative assessment. So what that means is that you've read the entire book and you're going to take a test on this. Now, guys, if I may, all right, take this seriously because these are weighted very heavily, and there are 2 essay pieces on there, the 2 pie sentences where or 2 pie paragraphs. What's going to say write in pie, use the pie format to write 5 sentences, and then it's going to give you a prompt. You start with a tag. Okay, follow the directions. I cannot tell you how many zeros I've had to give just because people are not following directions. You guys, some people are not even trying to write the paragraphs. That has to stop. That has to stop. Follow the directions, use a tag, use your pie chart. So your pie, it's your purpose statement, which is kind of your tag, information, and then your explanation. So your quote and then your explanation. Okay. So I think there's 2 of those on this test that actually ask you to do that. So please, and those are a big chunk of this test. So if you don't do that, then it's not going to be, you're going to get counted off quite a bit. And even though there's only 9 points available on the test, it's not worth 9 points. It's worth more than that. Okay. So there's only 9 questions, but it's worth a lot more than 9 points. Okay. So keep that in mind while you're doing stuff. Those essay questions are worth like 5 to 10 points a piece. Okay. So make sure that you're doing those. It's very, very, very important. All right. So that'll be due. Oops, I didn't put a due date on there. Let's put a due date. Assessment is due by Wednesday. We can get it in the grade book. Like I said, make sure that you're doing that, and then that you get that done by Wednesday. And so today we're going to talk about what's coming up for you for this particular, the ending of this unit. So the end of this unit is going to be a paper, a research paper. Okay. So you have Fahrenheit 451 is a lot about social injustice and things like that, and things that just are just wrong with the world. And so I want to introduce you a little bit as to what you're going to be writing about. You're going to write a paper about social justice issues. Okay. So, but first things first, let's talk about what social justice is and everything, so that you have a good understanding of what that is supposed to be. Okay. So let's see. I have too many tabs open up here. Okay. So social justice, what it is and what it means. Okay. You're going to be writing a paper about a social justice issue, which we will go over the issues next time, that you can choose from. And, but this is just kind of an introductory as to what social justice is. There's some questions on the slides that you will copy and paste into a Google Doc. You will answer in a Google Doc and submit them as part of this assignment for today. Okay. So there's questions are on the slide, and you will transfer them to your own Google Doc and you will answer them. All right. And guys, I expect you to answer in complete sentences. I expect you to use proper grammar. You are in an English class. Okay. Please keep that in mind. All right. Social justice, what it is and what it means. Okay. So let's watch this short video about what social justice is and what it means. Let me get my sound sharing.
I believe social justice should include equal access.
Can you guys hear that? Okay. No one was giving me a thumbs up, so.
I believe social justice should include equal access to opportunity.
Social justice means a life determined on human rights and equality.
It's a right, something that every person in the planet deserves.
Social justice is for everyone, including people with disabilities.
ما نمیتوانیم در جامعه‌ای که فاصله بین فقرا و اغنیا بیش از اندازه است انتظار آرامش داشته باشیم.
Because you've always understood that social, economic, and environmental policies and action must work together to create sustainable change.
The world must have social justice at its heart, or in fact the crisis will continue.
Economic growth is for something, is for social development.
Every nation must make sure that economic growth transforms into economic development.
One of the best ways to get to social justice is decent work. Is the dignity of work, the dignity of the human being, the stability of the family, the peace in the community that decent work gives you.
So that just kind of gave you an overview of what people all around the world and leaders around the world have think about social justice and what that means to them. So it kind of gives you an overview of what what's happening and everything, and how people look at this topic throughout all country, our world. Okay, not just here in the United States, but our world. If you notice, like I think maybe one person was from America who didn't have an accent or anything like that. So it was, you know, so think about these kind of things when you're talking about social justice. Okay, so equality, social leadership, culture, people, voices, justice, equality, I mean, equity, things like that. These are important buzzwords that are part of being, are part of social justice, okay? So these are important words to really understand and really kind of equate into your paper when we get to that point. Okay, so what is social justice? Here's a few definitions. Social justice is defined as promoting a just society by challenging injustice and valuing diversity. It exists when all people share common humanity and therefore have a right to equitable treatment, support for their human rights, and a fair allocation of community resources. And that's from Matthew Robinson, who's a PhD. Okay, so that's one definition of that. So what I want you to do whenever you do your Google Doc, whenever you put together your Google Doc, here's the questions, okay? You're gonna copy these questions. You're just gonna copy and you're gonna click and you're gonna copy and then paste them onto a Google Doc, okay? So copy, and then you're gonna create your own Google Doc. Blank. And you're gonna paste it. You can do it just like that. And then you're gonna type underneath each one and you're going to put your answers underneath each one. Okay? Does that make sense? All right. And then the, you can label it up here as social justice questions. Okay? But you guys are creating your own doc. I don't need to create this for you because it would be no different if you were in class and I had a piece of paper in front of you. I wouldn't be making you a piece of paper. You would have your own piece of paper and you'd be writing on it. So just copy and paste the instruction of the questions. And you will attach them here to this. So when you turn it in, you're going to attach your stuff to here. Okay. You will attach your Google Docs here. And you can always attach files and things like that to each assignment. So you're going to attach your Google Doc. Okay. All right. Everyone got that so far? Okay. So just as a thought for right now, what do you guys think of as a just society? What do you guys think of when you think of a just society? No, what it means to you. So what it means to you. What do you believe as a just society? What do you see as a just society? What do you view as a just society? Equal rights for all, okay. Anyone else have an idea of what a just society might be for them? You were really thinking about what a just society is? Because that's one of the things he says up here, promoting a just society. So it's important that you have an idea of what this is. Okay. What about equitable treatment? What do you think that means? What does that mean to you? Equitable treatment. That word is right, that phrase is right here. So what do you think that means? Together, standing as one, okay? Okay. Anyone have another idea of what that would mean to them? Everyone gets the same treatment and it's equal. So everyone gets treated the same, right? Okay. All right. That's a good one. Everyone gets the same chances and opportunities. Okay. All right. Good. Good. So what does a fair allocation of community resources mean to you? What do you think that means? Fair allocation of community resources, which is right here, which is this phrase right here. We're just breaking down the definition that he has. Everyone gets the same help, okay? Yes, everyone gets the same help. What else? Anything else? Everyone gets the same resources. Like what? Like what resources would they get? That's okay. School, work and food, doctors, teachers, jobs. Yep. Yep. Absolutely. So everyone would have equal access to everything, right? It would be just kind of like, it would just, everything would be perfect. Everyone, there would be no, not even like how much money you make would have an issue with what you were available to get or see. What about someone's humanity? What is someone's humanity? We've talked about this a little bit before. What is someone's humanity? Their morality for others, right? So how they treat each other, how they treat people and things like that. So, and I'll let you guys answer this one by yourself on your paper when you do your paper. So how can you share humanity? Okay, so let's go to another definition. Social justice is about ensuring the protection of equal access to liberties, rights, and opportunities, as well as taking care of the least advantaged members in society. Okay, that's from John Rawls. All right, so what do you think is meant by the terms liberties, rights, and opportunities? So again, it's right here. So what do you think he means by that? Social justice is about ensuring the protection of equal access to liberties, rights, and opportunities, as well as taking care of the least advantaged members of society. Anyone? Liberties, rights, and opportunities. This is right now, we're just having a discussion, guys. You will answer in full sentences and everything on your paper. But like, what do you guys think? Liberties, rights, and opportunities. What do you think it means by that? First of all, let's break it down. What is liberties? What are liberties? What do you think liberties are? Okay, freedom. Everyone, no matter what age or class, is allowed to have equal freedom. Okay. What about rights? What are our rights? Okay, so it's saying how everyone has liberties, rights, opportunities, jobs, and freedom to do what everyone else can. Yes. So what about rights? What would we think of as rights? Things that allow us to be a person. Okay. Like what things? say whatever we want to say. So, right, freedom of speech. Being able to do certain things without getting into trouble, no matter who the person is. Okay, yes. All right. And then opportunities, you guys kind of touched on that a little bit with like jobs and everything. So another one says, even people who aren't born with as many privileges get the same opportunity and experience as someone who was. Same rights, same independence, and same opportunities. Rights would be the right to live free of discrimination. Okay, very good, very good. So who are the least advantaged members of society? So he's got this right here, least advantaged members of society. So who do you think he's referring to? Who do you think he's referring to in this particular sense? People in poverty, okay. Who else? People born into poverty, okay. Who else? Kids, okay. What about people of different races, different genders? What about them? Okay. Yeah, so there's all kinds of different people that could be the less advantaged members of society. Refugees, very good. So, and then I want you to make, like I said, on your own, you're going to give some examples of some of these groups, okay? All right, so do you agree with this statement? That not all equalities are unjust. So the question is, are all I can't even speak today. Are all inequalities unjust? No, equalities will exist in society. It is one of the basic, it is when one has basic rights, freedoms taken away, and that social injustice has occurred. Do you agree with that statement? No. You too. So you don't agree with that statement, okay? So you don't think inequalities will always exist in society? Okay, so you think so. So yes. Okay, you read it wrong. Okay, yes. So, I mean, it's going to be really hard to change that, right? Because everyone somewhere has a bias on something, right? So as much as we try to change things, it's going to be hard. It's hard for this not to be true, unfortunately, right? Okay, so when on your Google Doc that you're going to fill out, that you're going to create, you're going to talk about what is similar between the two definitions and what's different. What's the main idea? And then in your own words, you're going to come up with your own words, like totally different from theirs. All right. You're going to come up with your own definition of social justice. Okay. Questions on that? Okay, got it. All right, good. And then I want you to list some issues on your Google Doc as well. Brainstorm a list of current social justice issues before you submit. Okay, and I want you to write those down, and because I want to see kind of what you guys are thinking as social issue in the world and around us and everything, okay? Any questions on any of that? Okay, so that's all I have for you today. If you guys don't have any questions for me now, we should, yes, we will have class on Wednesday, and we will go over some more information on this. Don't forget about your little your test on Fahrenheit 451 and completing that by Wednesday, please. And again, no tutoring today at school because I got pulled in for testing, so I'm sorry I can't do, but I will do tutoring on Wednesday and Friday. I will have office hours today from 1 to 2. If you guys want to log on to Zoom and talk with me about anything. Some of you, it would be highly suggested that you do. We just want to get everybody back on track, okay? Let me know if you have any questions, send me an email, and if you need anything, and I will talk to y'all later. You guys have a great Monday. Thank you. Bye.